And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting all set for tip-off. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, Allie LaForce is our reporter. And with the new year just behind us, some impressive new careers starting in the NBA. Our race for Rookie of the Year. You look at Johnson, well, we're in the middle of the season, and he's got to really step up to even get into the Rookie of the Year conversation.
He's not far outside the top 10, but hard to see him factoring into the race of Rookie of the Year at this point.
Well, you know, if it was earlier in the season, maybe. But at this point, even if he has an amazing second half, I just think he has too much ground to make up.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Edwards out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Miles Bridges. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. And for Washington, Corey Kispert out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Johnson. And it's Sarr in at the 5, roaming the paint. Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body. And mentally, it might be even more difficult.
And the Wizards with possession here, following the score by Minnesota. The shot by Johnson, no good. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Reid to screen on McCollum. Here's Fox. And they pick up 2. Fox has got his second basket on the night.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
Johnson with a bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with Washington's head coach. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, Coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Kispert, following the score by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's blocked by Gobert.
Gobert denying that chance at the rim. The stifle power doing his thing.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Reid sets a screen to the inside. Good. The assist goes to Edwards.
The plan coming in is working. They're a perfect 5 for 5 from the floor.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
And Minnesota with possession here, following the three-pointer by Washington. Outside Edwards. Reid to screen on Johnson. Pass to Gobert. Here's Reid. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Middleton finds Johnson. Kicks it out to Middleton. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Well, when you got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
Picked by Gobert. Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
So it's Washington now, following the score by Minnesota. Shot's good by McCollum.
There's no doubt about McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
For Minnesota, they've gotten all 8 shots to go. They are red hot. Reed to screen on McCollum. Here's Fox. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Free throw's good for Fox. Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Now here's Sarr. 9 points in his last outing. Now here's DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. The drive by DiVincenzo. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming this way.
You know, it's hard to contain DiVincenzo when he's on the attack, which is how he gets these whistles.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the free throw.
Well, what you like about DiVincenzo, he brings that energy, that relentless energy all the time, and he's got a great feel for the game. Those are traits you want in your rotation.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Sarr finds Middleton. He nails it, and we're tied. Middleton's got 9.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Wizards have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Sarr. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone an impressive 8 of 9. Gobert with a screen on McCollum. Pass to Gobert. Here's Fox. Covered by Johnson. Fox, the pass to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on McCollum. DiVincenzo driving. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo putting on a show on that drive.
Washington trailing. Now Middleton. He's guarded by Bridges. Kispert outside. Pass to Johnson. From outside the arc. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And that was from way outside. And it speaks to the level of confidence Johnson has in his shot.
Picked by Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Wizards have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Johnson with a bucket. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now Edwards. Still without a bucket. Pass to Fox. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Last time they met was in Minneapolis, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. and they proved it that game.
George comes in for Kispert, and Alvarado's subbed in for Johnson. Some changes for Minnesota. Alvarado, pass to George. To the middle. Here's McCollum, and he lays it up and in. McCollum's gotten his third basket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the basket is good.
When you've got the slick passing skills that Ball has, you love exploiting the defense in the pick and roll.
Middleton finds McCollum. Sarr with a screen on Miller. For three, McCollum. Ball with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. BA, back to you.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Here's Middleton. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
Ball with it. Now Sarr defending. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. And the Timberwolves lead by one. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. And the layup is good off the glass. Sarr's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
There's a screen. Pass to Connaughton from behind the arc. Washington with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Here's Ball. He had 19 points in the win against Miami.
Also, his ability to push the action and get to the line made a huge difference.
And I like Ball's energy going to the rack. I mean, he's showing no fear because he knows he's going to get hit, and he drives inside anyway.
And that one falls for Ball.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gills checked in for Sarr. Whitmore comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bilal Coulibaly in for C.J. McCollum.
And an absolute brutal showing from the line so far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
Puts up a three. And the Wizards with another three.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Miller, the pass to Ellis. Baseline jumper right on the money.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And so it's Washington closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1/4 of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Wizards?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
George out there with Whitmore. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Carrington in at the 2. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Bridges misses. Wizards leading by 9. George outside. Down low. Here's Whitmore. And he jams it home with authority.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Let's take a look at the best defenses in the league over the last 10 games. Number 1, Minnesota.
Over this last stretch, their defense has been airtight. The opponents have had a tough time executing at the offensive end.
Pass to Reed. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J. Reed's got 7 points in the game.
This is a big part of Reed's value. I mean, he's proficient from deep, and he's got a quick trigger, too.
Here's Whitmore. This one for 3. Love grabs the miss. Now here's DiVincenzo. Tightly guarded. Pass to Ellis. Takes the 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he hits the first of 3. And for offensive players, they say that understanding angles gives a big advantage. Can you elaborate on that a little bit, Clark?
I think I can, B.A., a little bit. When you think about the geometry of the game, angles, spacing, timing, those things are not what you would think about when you think geometry, but how you cut, how you move, when you move, get to the basket, all of that stuff is part of the geometry of the game.
The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. Reed, good.
Saving that trip. Naz Reed turning a miss into a bucket.
Outside Carrington. Now here's Alvarado. DiVincenzo covering. Plenty of space. And it's Alvarado missing.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Alvarado defending. Here's Ellis. Three-pointer, no good. Washington leading by 4. Alvarado with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple. Carrington's got his first 3 points of the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And yep, it's good. And that's now 11 points here for Naz Reed.
At 6'9" and about 260, Naz Reed has the size to make room for himself inside.
Washington calls timeout. So for the Wizards, Kispert's checked in for Coulibaly. Johnson comes in for Carrington. And it's McCollum in for Alvarado. And then for Minnesota, Miller's checked in for Love. Ball comes in for Ellis. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Shot's good by McCollum.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Reed sets a screen. Ball into the lane, and Ball throws it down.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Now here's Edwards. Yet to see a basket.
Edwards does not back down. Even if it means taking physically hard contact, he's fearless.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Edwards. And Washington making a change here. Middleton's checked in. And both free throws good for Edwards.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
Pass to Kispert. Johnson inside, guarded by Edwards. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Kispert.
Yeah, for a young wing like Johnson, scoring inside will open up the rest of the floor for you.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards, you can really fill it up. Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
Back to McCollum. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Reed sets a screen. Inside. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists tonight.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Middleton finds Johnson. And here's Kispert. Launches a 3. Pure from three-point range. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Bagley's checked in for Reed, and it's Connaughton in for Edwards. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Bagley, a screen on Johnson. Fox with the ball. Middleton covering, and that one's good. Bagley.
Hard not to respect how good Fox is in the pick and roll. Excellent at making the pocket pass.
Wizards leading by 6. Outside Johnson. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Johnson against Fox. To the paint. Here's Bagley. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox. They're outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Here's George. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Miller. Timberwolves trail by 7. Miller, a screen on McCollum. Ball with it. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. Fox against George. Miller. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Sars checked in for Washington. Wizards leading by 7. Kicks it out to Middleton. Kept alive by Washington. Kispert outside. The 3. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Pass to McCollum. Jacks up a three, and that comes off the assist by Middleton. McCollum's got 14.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Bagley sets a screen. Here's Fox. Now here's Bagley. Miller outside. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. 5 on the clock. And it's Ball off the drive. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Middleton. He had 9 points in his last time out. From deep, Johnson. And it's Bagley with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Bagley sets a screen. Ball passes to Bagley. That one drops for him. 6 points for him.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Johnson on the wing. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Kispert outside from the arc, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Now a timeout called by Washington. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Connaughton comes in for De'Aaron Fox. And there's a minute 45 left in the second period. Washington leading by 7. McCollum pass to Middleton. Here's Kispert. Pass to Middleton. Middleton is doubled. Johnson for 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And here's Connaughton. Here's the 3. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Edwards. Takes a 3. Edwards on target.
Well, Ant will pull up from anywhere beyond the arc. Of course, more than comfortable letting it fly from the corner.
Johnson passes to McCollum. Edwards against Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's McCollum. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Kispert outside. Pass to Sarr. And Gobert with a block.
So good at finding these spots. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
Outside Johnson. Hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Now he's drained 2 threes in each quarter so far.
Here's Edwards. The rebound by the Wizards.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And it's Middleton finishing it off.
A bit undersized. His hops make him a legit small ball 4.
And so it's Washington. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. The Eastern Conference winner, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Wizards.
3 has been their magic number. They are shooting that thing.
Shooting it for real. Hitting those shots opens up everything for them. They should have a lot of room to operate in the second half.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Miles Bridges. And it's Fox in at the point guard position. Shot's good by McCollum.
This is the kind of scoring punch that McCollum can provide. He gets it done at all 3 levels.
Gobert with a screen on Johnson. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Using the size. Gobert.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
McCollum, the pass to Kispert. Misses the 3. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. 11-point game. Well, Clark, what's something that sets Miles Bridges apart from his fellow NBA players?
How about we start with toughness? I mean, he's a physical presence out there. He loves a challenge, highly competitive. I like his physicality on the wing. I mean, he invites contact, and he's not shying away from anybody.
And it's Fox missing. Washington leading by 11. Sarr passes to McCollum. Washington moving the ball around. Kispert's shot is good.
Smart pass by C.J. McCollum. I mean, he's got an eye for dropping dimes.
Minnesota shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Now here's Edwards. He's got 5. Good. Gobert's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Washington calls timeout. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Let's take a look at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now here's Kispert. 9 points in the game. Middleton, no good. Here is DiVincenzo. Pass to Connaughton. 3-pointer. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Kispert, right side. Now here's DiVincenzo. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Count it. Miller's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Offensive board and finished off by Sarr.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
They set the pick. Inside. Here's Miller. Soft touch off the glass. Miller's got 4 points this quarter.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Yep, that one goes.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Ellis outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Off target with the 3. For Washington, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, an elite scorer in college. Johnson's capable of doing the same in the NBA.
To the inside. Here's Miller. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Miller's got 8.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Wizards leading by 13. And Keon Ellis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Picked by Gobert. Here's Fox. Fox, lightning quick on the drive.
Yeah, I love how Fox uses that wiry frame of his. He's eel-like in his ability to get to spots he wants to get to. He's always under control despite playing at a high rate of speed.
Pass to Sarr, beyond the arc. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
For 3, Bridges. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's Kispert. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Miles Bridges. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Washington?
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
Now here's Johnson. Give him 20. Tries it from the top of the key. Kispert outside. Clock at 6. Drops in the 3. Kispert's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he's stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here's Fox.
Nice.
Oh, big finish.
Man. And a powerful slam by Fox. Even at 6'3", he can still really get up.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Now Alvarado. 6 points for him. Here's Middleton. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron. Middleton's got 13.
Just continuing to pile it on. Refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
Washington leading by 9. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played. Man, he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
George for three, buries it from three. 5 points in the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Alvarado outside. Outside Johnson. Down low. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, such a good athlete. Johnson rises to the 10 with ease.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Whitmore's checked in for Washington. C.J. McCollum comes in for Kispert. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Bagley's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Bridges. Matthews, he's checked in for Fox. And it's Lonzo Ball in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Back to Miller. The kick out to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
McCollum, the pass to Alvarado. McCollum on the wing, guarded by Miller. And it's rejected. Fast break, Minnesota. Ball taking his time here. Miller, a screen on McCollum. Back to Miller. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Here's George. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Washington earning this break in the action, up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back with you shortly. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Timberwolves trail by 10. We've got Cam Whitmore. Keyshawn George is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Alvarado in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
When DiVincenzo is aggressive on offense, he's capable of getting calls when he's being assertive and attacking the rim.
Dante DiVincenzo, 2 shots.
Both free throws good from DiVincenzo.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Coulibaly. Alvarado outside. And it's off from three-point range.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
There's a screen. Inside. Lets it go. Good on the short little jump shot.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Timberwolves trail by 6. On the take. Banked it in off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Koulibaly. Pass to Alvarado. Now here's Koulibaly. Tight defense on him. Launches it from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
The only time he should take a shot like that, shoot around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Basket's good.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And it's Washington with the ball. They lead by 4. There's McCullough with the 3. Rebounded by Fox. And Fox has got the ball here for the T-Wolves. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Oh, Fox gets up and throws it down.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
George a screen on Fox. There's McCullough with the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. McCullum's got 24 points.
He's hit a pair of 3s each half, making a significant impact.
To the middle. George with a steal. Here's Whitmore, and that one is stuffed right through.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And there's a bit of the explosiveness from Fox. Really tough to contain there around the rim.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Whitmore. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Connaughton comes in for Ellis.
At the line for 1.
Free throw, no good for Fox.
De'Aaron Fox really is your do-it-all kind of point guard. Just such a valuable player for this franchise.
Out of bounds, Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Boy, and that'll give them a nice injection. Nothing like a rejection to get a team fired up.
Washington making some changes. Sarge checked in for George. Kispert comes in for Koulibaly. And it's Johnson in for Alvarado. Miles Bridges checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Fox. Now here's McCullum. Pass to Middleton. Washington moving the ball around. Now here's Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Gobert with a screen on McCullum. Here's Edwards. Fires the 3. Ant-Man from the corner.
Almost sneaking out to the corner. Edwards with the 3 ball.
Middleton against Reed. Sarr. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up, and the free throw, no good.
Obviously, Alexander Sarr's stature grabs your attention, but he's stronger than he looks, too. And that can be a pretty dangerous combination if he learns to use it right.
Now here's Gobert. To the paint. Stolen by Sarr. They're running. Here's Kispert. Finished off the break. Kispert's got 10 points here in the second half.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Bagley's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Reed. And it's Ball in for DiVincenzo. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
And Allie, thanks.
Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Wizards leading by 4. For 3, McCollum. Kispert outside. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound.
Well, defensively, against a young guy like Sarr, his size and energy can be overpowering.
Second team.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for Washington. Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Timberwolves trail by 6. Miller, a screen on McCollum. Inside. And Miller, the bucket, on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 6 assists here tonight.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage, never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Johnson with a bucket.
You know, I'd call Johnson an eager shooter. He's always ready to let it fly.
Bagley, a screen on Johnson. Edwards, the pass to Ball. Three-pointer off the mark. Wizards leading by 6. He shoots it. Here's Johnson. Great D that time from Miller.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
That skosh of space off the pick was all Edwards needed. Nice execution in the two-man game right there.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Bagley sets a screen. And it's Ball on the drive.
Hey, he's always looking to go downhill, and when he's on the attack, he's going for the dunk.
And so it's Washington with it. 4-point game. Outside Johnson. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Miller, a screen on McCollum. Back to Miller. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. And now it's just a 2-point Wizard lead.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Here's McCollum. Using the glass to lay it in.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Bagley. Naz Reid comes in for Miller. Connaughton, he's checked in for Bridges. And Fox is subbed in for Ball. Gobert cleans it up.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now Johnson. Sarr with a screen on Edwards. Johnson misses the 3. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Picked by Gobert. Fox with the ball. Now Sarr defending. Yes, sir!
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
Oh, he jammed it! The Timberwolves trail. Gobert with a screen on Johnson. Here's Gobert.
Big guys know it's going to get physical inside, so Gobert is ready for the action.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Well, the Wizards shooting 56% today. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Middleton with a screen on Fox. McCollum.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside where he challenges defenders.
Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Now Reed. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
You can see why they turned to Reed in that moment. He is a heater.
Edwards against Johnson. Ooh, nice setup for the slam.
Ooh, important points from Sar. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
No good.
Not a good shot at all, but that's what happens when you get desperate.
Now McCollum. Beyond the arc. Gobert pulls it down. Reed sets a screen. Fox. Another chance. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. 15 foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
Two shots.
And he does get the second one. And that puts him up 5. On the wing, Fox. McCollum defends.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
At the line for 2, Johnson.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
And what separates Johnson from most rookies and many veterans is his jump shot. I mean, it is pure and it's lethal.
Miles Bridges checked in for Connaughton. Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below.
Big finish.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Talk about much in the clutch. Big trip to the line there.
And Minnesota calls time here. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Here's Ball for 3. Rebounded by Sar. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. At the line for the Wizards.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Taking 2 shots.
So he can't get either to fall. Edwards fires. Oh, off target from downtown. And that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And so it's Washington with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get